The sudden disappearance of two of the most recognizable figures in global pop culture has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and their devoted global fanbase. Jungkook and Jimin, names that have dominated charts, trended worldwide, and drawn millions to stadiums, have seemingly vanished without explanation. Their phones are off. Messages go unanswered. Even trusted friends, longtime collaborators, and those within their inner circles are reportedly unable to reach them. This abrupt communication blackout has triggered a storm of speculation, raising one pressing question: where are they, and why has contact been severed so completely? What began as a minor curiosity within the ARMY community has rapidly escalated into an international mystery. The last confirmed signs of activity from either artist date back to just a few nights ago, and even those are cloaked in ambiguity. Jimin's final post, a stark black and white photograph with no caption, appeared suddenly on his social media feed before he too fell silent. Jungkook, whose online presence is typically scattered with late-night song recommendations, casual fan interactions, and impromptu live streams, has not posted since the exact same evening. The synchronicity of their withdrawal has only deepened suspicion that this is no coincidence. Industry whispers paint a picture that is at once intriguing and unsettling. According to one Seoul-based producer, who requested anonymity but claims to have worked with the duo in the past, repeated calls to both have gone directly to voicemail. Even when they're busy, they respond eventually, the source stated. This silence feels deliberate. Such a choice, if indeed intentional, suggests either a major strategic move or a personal matter requiring complete retreat from public view. Adding to the enigma are unverified reports of late-night airport sightings. Grainy photos allegedly taken at Haneda Airport in Tokyo show two individuals, both wearing oversized hoodies, medical masks, and baseball caps, being quietly escorted by plainclothes security. Fans insist the height differences and body language are consistent with Jimin and Jungkook, but without confirmation, the images remain tantalizing fragments in a larger puzzle. Flight logs from that night reveal several private jet departures bound for Los Angeles, London, and Sydney. The absence of any official itinerary for the pair has ignited countless theories. Are they abroad for secret recording sessions? Filming an undisclosed project? Or is this tied to something far more personal? The absence of both members from social media is striking. Historically, even during tight recording schedules or private vacations, small updates, a photograph, a brief comment, or a repost of fan art have kept the connection alive. This time, the silence is total. No posts.
No live streams. No casual interactions.
For a fandom accustomed to near-daily digital contact, the void is jarring. Some fans believe the pair might be hidden away in a remote location to work on a high-stakes, creative endeavor. Rumors have resurfaced about a possible joint project, perhaps the very same one they were rumored to be working on in Kyoto only weeks ago. Others speculate about an ambitious globe-spanning documentary chronicling life after BTS's military chapter, a production that would demand absolute secrecy and potentially involve months of undisclosed travel. And yet, there are those who fear this could signal something more concerning. In recent months, conversations within the K-pop community have touched on the toll of relentless schedules, performance pressure, and the scrutiny of public life. Could this silence be a response to burnout or a private health matter? Without any official word, every theory, from the mundane to the extraordinary, finds fertile ground. Even those who often interact with the two online have remained conspicuously quiet. One choreographer, known for occasionally dropping hints about upcoming collaborations, abruptly ended a live stream discussion when asked about their whereabouts, offering only a cryptic smile and the words, "You'll find out soon enough." This non-answer has been dissected endlessly in fan forums, each frame analyzed for clues. The mystery has been amplified by another thread of sightings. A blurry image posted to an underground Korean forum appeared to show two hooded figures boarding a late-night flight from Seoul to an undisclosed destination. The post was deleted within minutes, Yet not before screenshots began spreading across Twitter and Weverse. Shortly afterward, a Japanese music journalist tweeted, and just as quickly deleted, that she had been invited to a private showcase in Tokyo featuring 2 global megastars, whose names could not yet be revealed. Some industry veterans suggest that if this is indeed a planned disappearance, the timing is deliberate. Late summer, they note, is typically a lull in the music release calendar, making it an ideal moment to quietly prepare a high-impact fourth-quarter debut or collaboration. Others point to unusual private jet activity linked to a charter service historically used by BTS members. 2 flights in quick succession, from Seoul to Tokyo and then Tokyo to Los Angeles within a 48-hour period for now. The most deafening aspect of the situation is the complete lack of communication from their label. Not a single press statement, not even a vague, "please look forward to it," remark that often signals something in the works. This silence from official channels has only magnified public unease and fueled speculation. Theories range wildly: a surprise unit debut, an unprecedented cross-genre collaboration with a global superstar, a secret charity mission, or even a role in a major international event. Each possibility seems as likely as it is implausible in the absence of hard evidence. A smaller but more vocal subset of fans warns against assuming this is a publicity stunt, urging others to consider that personal privacy, especially after years of relentless exposure, may be the true motive. What is certain is that the world is watching. Fan forums, social media threads, and even mainstream news outlets are tracking every possible clue, cross-referencing time zones, past habits, and potential collaborators. Every new piece of unverified information is dissected, debated, and either dismissed or woven into the growing tapestry of theories until Jimin and Jungkook resurface, whether on stage, in a music video, or with a single image that confirms their safety and location. This mystery will continue to build. And if history is any guide, when they do return, it will not be quietly. The reappearance of 2 of K-pop's brightest stars, after such a calculated and unnerving absence, will likely be engineered to make the world stop and pay attention. For now, the only constant is uncertainty, and in the high-stakes world of global pop, uncertainty is the perfect fuel for anticipation. The hours continue to pass without a single verified sighting, and the speculation machine shows no signs of slowing. Each new rumor, no matter how improbable, gains traction in a vacuum of facts. In the absence of statements, fans have begun turning to unconventional methods to track the pair's movements. Some are monitoring flight path data for private jets departing from cities where they have been spotted in the past. Others are analyzing metadata from older photos, hoping for patterns that could hint at a current location. The search has become a global operation, coordinated in real time across forums, group chats, and live stream discussions. What's particularly striking is the level of secrecy involved, not just from Jungkook and Jimin themselves, but from those who would normally leak small, controlled details to sustain fan engagement. This time, there is nothing. No accidental sighting in a rehearsal studio, no overheard conversation in a coffee shop. It is as if both artists have stepped into a deliberately constructed shadow, carefully closing every possible gap that might give away their movements. A few clues, however, have slipped through. Earlier this week, a security guard at a luxury hotel in Los Angeles reportedly told a guest that an entire floor had been booked out for international VIPs and that even staff were prohibited from entering without clearance. The timing of this report coincided with the unusual Tokyo to LA private jet flight logged 2 nights prior. No direct confirmation links the incident to Jungkook and Jimin, but the overlap has kept the theory alive. Another unsettling element is the total absence of casual paparazzi photos. In an age when celebrities are photographed daily, often without consent, the lack of even a single street image suggests either extreme isolation or extremely sophisticated protection measures. Fans familiar with BTS's history know that such invisibility is rare and almost always intentional. Meanwhile, international media outlets are beginning to pick up the story, framing it not only as a potential entertainment scoop, but also as a case study in modern celebrity disappearance. Analysts point out that whether this absence is personal or strategic, it has achieved one undeniable effect. The global audience is now fixated, and the eventual reveal, whatever form it takes, will arrive with an intensity few other artists could generate. For now, the silence remains unbroken. And as the hours stretch into days, one thing becomes increasingly clear. When Jungkook and Jimin finally step back into the spotlight, it will not be by accident. The world will be watching, and they will make certain that the moment is impossible to ignore. The sudden disappearance of two of the most recognizable figures in global pop culture has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and their devoted global fanbase. Jungkook and Jimin, names that have dominated charts, trended worldwide, and drawn millions to stadiums, have seemingly vanished without explanation. Their phones are off. Messages go unanswered. Even trusted friends, longtime collaborators, and those within their inner circles are reportedly unable to reach them. This abrupt communication blackout has triggered a storm of speculation, raising one pressing question: where are they, and why has contact been severed so completely? What began as a minor curiosity within the ARMY community has rapidly escalated into an international mystery. The last confirmed signs of activity from either artist date back to just a few nights ago, and even those are cloaked in ambiguity. Jimin's final post, a stark black and white photograph with no caption, appeared suddenly on his social media feed before he too fell silent. Jungkook, whose online presence is typically scattered with late-night song recommendations, casual fan interactions, and impromptu live streams, has not posted since the exact same evening. The synchronicity of their withdrawal has only deepened suspicion that this is no coincidence. Industry whispers paint a picture that is at once intriguing and unsettling. According to one Seoul-based producer, who requested anonymity but claims to have worked with the duo in the past, repeated calls to both have gone directly to voicemail. Even when they're busy, they respond eventually, the source stated. This silence feels deliberate. Such a choice, if indeed intentional, suggests either a major strategic move or a personal matter requiring complete retreat from public view. Adding to the enigma are unverified reports of late-night airport sightings. Grainy photos allegedly taken at Haneda Airport in Tokyo show two individuals, both wearing oversized hoodies, medical masks, and baseball caps, being quietly escorted by plainclothes security. Fans insist the height differences and body language are consistent with Jimin and Jungkook, but without confirmation, the images remain tantalizing fragments in a larger puzzle. Flight logs from that night reveal several private jet departures bound for Los Angeles, London, and Sydney. The absence of any official itinerary for the pair has ignited countless theories. Are they abroad for secret recording sessions? Filming an undisclosed project? Or is this tied to something far more personal? The absence of both members from social media is striking. Historically, even during tight recording schedules or private vacations, small updates, a photograph, a brief comment, or a repost of fan art have kept the connection alive. This time, the silence is total. No posts.
No live streams. No casual interactions.
For a fandom accustomed to near-daily digital contact, the void is jarring. Some fans believe the pair might be hidden away in a remote location to work on a high-stakes, creative endeavor. Rumors have resurfaced about a possible joint project, perhaps the very same one they were rumored to be working on in Kyoto only weeks ago. Others speculate about an ambitious globe-spanning documentary chronicling life after BTS's military chapter, a production that would demand absolute secrecy and potentially involve months of undisclosed travel. And yet, there are those who fear this could signal something more concerning. In recent months, conversations within the K-pop community have touched on the toll of relentless schedules, performance pressure, and the scrutiny of public life. Could this silence be a response to burnout or a private health matter? Without any official word, every theory, from the mundane to the extraordinary, finds fertile ground. Even those who often interact with the two online have remained conspicuously quiet. One choreographer, known for occasionally dropping hints about upcoming collaborations, abruptly ended a live stream discussion when asked about their whereabouts, offering only a cryptic smile and the words, "You'll find out soon enough." This non-answer has been dissected endlessly in fan forums, each frame analyzed for clues. The mystery has been amplified by another thread of sightings. A blurry image posted to an underground Korean forum appeared to show two hooded figures boarding a late-night flight from Seoul to an undisclosed destination. The post was deleted within minutes, yet not before screenshots began spreading across Twitter and Weverse. Shortly afterward, a Japanese music journalist tweeted, and just as quickly deleted, that she had been invited to a private showcase in Tokyo featuring two global megastars, whose names could not yet be revealed. Some industry veterans suggest that if this is indeed a planned disappearance, the timing is deliberate. If we accept the unverified disappearance of two global celebrities without demanding evidence, what does that imply about our willingness to question other stories? Stories with consequences far greater than a music comeback or a media stunt. Are we cultivating habits of critical inquiry, or are we training ourselves to accept narratives based on emotional resonance rather than factual solidity? The stakes extend beyond the entertainment industry. The mechanisms at play here, selective silence, strategic leaks, viral speculation, are identical to those used in political propaganda, corporate crisis management, and coordinated misinformation campaigns. If we cannot apply skepticism in a context as low risk as celebrity news, can we trust ourselves to do so when the stakes are immeasurably higher? As the hours continue to pass without verifiable updates, the mystery of Jungkook and Jimin's disappearance remains unresolved. But perhaps the greater mystery is our own role in perpetuating it. Are we, collectively, investigating the truth? Or are we performing our own scripted roles in a drama we do not fully understand? We must ask again. Do you believe this disappearance is entirely real? Or do you suspect it is a meticulously crafted illusion designed to dominate attention? Are you certain you can tell the difference? And if you cannot, what does that reveal about the way we all consume and interpret information? Until there is confirmation grounded in verifiable evidence, every claim must remain under the shadow of doubt. Let this case serve not as a mere curiosity, but as a prompt, an opportunity for every reader, every fan, and every observer to sharpen their critical faculties. The truth, whatever it may be, will emerge in time. The question is whether we will recognize it when it does. The longer the silence persists, the more urgent the need for disciplined skepticism becomes. The rapid pace at which theories are multiplying should compel us to ask, are we genuinely investigating a mystery, or are we witnessing the exponential growth of a digital folklore? Each repost, each speculative video, each source close to the matter functions less as a step toward truth and more as an act of narrative reinforcement, shaping the collective memory before the facts are even established. This is not a uniquely modern phenomenon, but the digital environment magnifies it to an unprecedented scale. What once required days or weeks of rumor circulation now occurs in minutes. Theories cross linguistic, cultural, and geographic boundaries almost instantly, stripped of context, and often of nuance. How many of the claims you have read in the past week included primary evidence? How many relied solely on the authority of repetition? The absence of verifiable proof has not diminished engagement, it has amplified it. This alone should make us cautious. In a rational framework, lack of evidence weakens a claim. In the viral economy of online attention, lack of evidence can paradoxically make a claim more compelling, precisely because it invites audiences to fill in the gaps with their own assumptions. Are we prepared to acknowledge the role of our own imagination in sustaining this narrative? There is also the matter of emotional investment. Many who follow Jungkook and Jimin have done so for years, their careers intertwined with personal milestones in fans' lives. This connection is deeply human, yet it is also a vulnerability. Emotional loyalty can cloud judgment, making us more inclined to accept favorable interpretations and less willing to entertain uncomfortable possibilities. In this case, are we more concerned with the truth of their circumstances or with preserving a version of the story that aligns with our desires? The challenge lies in maintaining a dual stance, to care deeply about the individuals involved while also demanding the same evidentiary standards we would apply in any serious matter. A reluctance to question does not honor them. It undermines our own credibility as observers. If this disappearance is genuine, it deserves clear-eyed investigation. If it is manufactured, it warrants exposure as a calculated manipulation of public sentiment. This is why reflection is essential. When the eventual reveal arrives, whether as a press statement, a sudden public appearance, or a meticulously edited documentary, will we be able to trace the path from rumor to reality? Will we remember which details were confirmed, which were conjecture, and which were entirely invented? Or will we accept the final narrative as truth simply because it arrives with the weight of official channels? The mystery of Jungkook and Jimin may indeed resolve in spectacular fashion. But the greater question remains: will our handling of this case strengthen our ability to discern fact from fabrication in the future? Or will it further entrench a culture in which speculation is indistinguishable from news?